Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and to answer the question, hell yeah. Nah. But it's a nuance to it. So have prices gotten out of control? They have gotten out of control. They've gotten out of control everywhere, but there's a caveat to that. When I first started to make this video, I was just going to talk about fans' toys and their shock of the re-release of their aerial bots and how much they are. But it's everywhere. It's rampant. It's at your grocery store. It's all over. I think part of that is inflation. Part of it is corporate greed. I think a lot of it is. And it's just a byproduct, and it just comes over into collecting because all it is plastic and metal. And you need shipping. And a lot of people don't understand. I know there's a disparity between Chinese markets and American stores, but I think to get that out the way, some of that upcharging is not the store being greedy. It is the taxes and the import duties that are being charged. So China is considered a developing country. We all know they're pretty developed, but they're still considered a developing country. So they're allowed to ship stuff in for free. On the other hand, people buying stuff from their stores and stuff that are shipping it over here in bulk, they have to pay. So American stores have to pay. The Chinese stores can ship for free. So that's one of the biggest reasons that you see the disparity between prices of say Show Z and the Chosen Prime, just to pick one. I know the bigger the bigger offender is TF Source. I just don't understand their prices sometimes, because even before they were insane, except for the sales. But I mean, that's just one factor. The other factor I believe in the prices of collectibles going up is the secondary market. I think a lot of companies, and especially with Fans Toys sat back and saw a lot of figures that they released that sold out and then were sold for triple, quadruple what they charge. And I think they got tired of it and just looked at it and said, well, if they're getting this, we can get this. I've seen Thomas, even though I just seen it recently on sale, but I seen Fans Toys Thomas Astro Train. Or I actually sold my second one that I had. I put it on eBay with no reserve and it sold for like $440. So that's crazy. I think I paid like $190 for it. I'm not sure. In this market now, they would probably be charging $250 maybe if it just came out. That's why I was surprised when I saw the sale for I think it was $190. I think it was something like that. It was cheap though, cheaper than, it was under $200. Some companies have been doing this for a while now. I think people are forgetting that one of the biggest offenders is Takar. I say was Takar, is Takar. I mean, Takar is still around. They're still charging exorbitant amount of money that they should not be for what they're putting out. Just take the train bots, for instance. With MP44, I think that was the first time I saw one regular Masterpiece figure, not a Cabana, not anything, for $400. Like, that was insane. I mean, yeah, you could get on the Chinese market again for cheaper, but it was still high. And I don't think it was that high of better quality, like this, with money disparity from a Fans Toys figure. And now I don't think they're better than Fans Toys figures. I think Fans Toys figures are better than Takar Masterpiece figures. I think they're making a better product than Takar. Take the Hound, for instance, that fell apart when you looked at it. That was a lot. Bumblebee 2.0, like, So I think people like to blame Fans Toys because it's a Fans Toys thing to do this. They like to charge a premium anyhow, but they also offer a premium product, which I'm not mad at. And I would like it to be cheaper, but I will pay extra for that. And that's the other aspect. Is the prices that are going up too much? Now, even though I said this wasn't a Fans Toys video, I know I'll talk about them a lot because they are they are on the tip of the tongue of everybody because they're the most recent, for one, and for two, they've steadily raised prices. But across the board, X-Transbots did the same thing. They raised their prices. I mean, I think the outrage with Menasor was more so because we weren't sure how the last few pieces were coming and they never said anything, and then stuff was separate and more. It just ended up being more because I think Menasor was even a bigger blow because if you remember Breakdown, I believe it was Breakdown, they were facing KO problems. There was a company that KO'd their Breakdown. So they figured they would undercut this company. And I think Breakdown, I think I paid like $34 or $44, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But if you guys remember, it was really, really low because they were selling it cheaper than what the KO was. Now, I understand and I respected that a lot. Like, I respected that a lot, that they were like, listen, we just going to take the knees out of this KO company that's trying to kill us. Because I do, you know, I'm not the KO crusader where I'm against them. Of course not. I have some. But at the same time, I'm not the one. I don't like 1-for-1 KOs. And when people do stuff like that, like they were trying to really hurt them because they were trying to come out before them. So X-Transbots wasn't having it, and they put out that cheap product. But by the end, each one, I think people that came in blind, that didn't realize what they were doing, thought that every piece was going to be this, except for Motormaster, of course. But they just thought every piece would be around that price, and it just steadily got higher and higher. So I just think even in, we'll get out of the Transformers game, and I'm not too versed. I just started collecting 1/6, but even in the 1/6 game, in the statue game, like the prices are getting so out of hand that it's pricing a lot of people out. And I see that a lot of people are. I watched Jim Mint, and I think he just had a video. I didn't finish it. I got to finish it because I do watch a lot of his videos. I'm not in the statue game. I'm not in that space. I like watching his reviews on statues, I should say. And that's how I got turned on to them. So I'm really interested in them, but it's just so much. They're so expensive that, you know, that could be like a one a year or just a grail purchase. But yeah, even those statues that I hear when I wasn't in at all, and they weren't on my radar, that some statues like $600-700 that are now like $1,400. So that's like a double. And with the prices, I think that's the reason why Legends became so popular. But now even Legends are there's Legends figures that are over $100 a piece. And I'm not talking Omega Supreme. That was like $2 something if you got it in the States. I think I paid like $164 New Ages, which I felt like it was worth that. But yeah, you got some of the Dinobots that are over $100 from New Age. And yet they do have a quality product similar to Fans Toys with paint, sculpt, materials, stuff that they use. It is great, but that's still a lot. That's a lot of money. And now people are starting to be like, well, I could get a Masterpiece figure, or that's almost close to getting a Masterpiece figure. And then before they know it, the Masterpiece figure is $2 something. Because if you, like me, using the Fans Toys example again, if you wasn't in on the Aerobots and I just pre-ordered all of them, that's $1,300 for all of them. So where it would be, I think, close to $1,000 if you were in and had the first 3 before they raised the prices, because they raised the prices of the first 3 as well to kind of align more with the other ones, and also with the Cabana parts. I'm not too mad at that though with the Cabana parts, because the Cabana parts are like a whole nother robot, because I'm sure there's a lot of die cast in those parts. In the mainstream chugs, the main line in the stores, those are getting more expensive for smaller bots. They are having a more intricate, better sculpted figures. However, they're still getting more expensive, and people that were in that game are complaining as well. So yeah, I mean, I think just prices all across the world, just inflation has took its toll on the collector community, and they're really you know, I think a lot of people are really struggling too. So that's another thing. I'm super fortunate to be okay for now. I know it could happen anytime, like, you know, that's not lost on me, but I do know I'm super fortunate to be able to keep collecting and have some disposable income. So for now, I'm staying in the collecting game. I see a lot of people getting out for one reason or another, not just for price. However, there have been some people that said they're getting out because of price, or they're not buying anymore at all. I see some people selling, like getting out and selling their collection. And some people are like, I'm done collecting, but I'm gonna keep my collection for now and just stay where I'm at, but all because of price. So let me know in the comments how you feel. I already know, you know, everything's going up. Groceries are going up. Gas is going up. Well, actually, gas has went down in New Jersey a little bit. I was surprised yesterday, but I'm sure that's not gonna last. But yeah, just across the board, stuff is all going up. Cars is going up, and pay ain't going up. So we need to do something about it. All right, so thanks for watching this video. It wasn't too comprehensive, but I mean, just something that was on my mind that I wanted to talk about, like prices and stuff, because I see it going around. I see a lot of people complaining. I see a lot of people upset about the price points on some of the newer figures in all categories, not just masterpiece, all collectibles. All right, so again, thank you for watching, and I'll get over with you in another one. Peace.
You know, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.